As many of you recall, a few weeks ago, during our International Women's Day celebration, we talked about all of the benefits that come with a truly diverse and inclusive workforce. Well, today, I am honored to introduce someone who knows just how strong Wal-mart can be when we allow diversity to flourish all over the world. He's been with our company for over 20 years, is still a forward-thinking merchant who embraces change. And I will ask you to help me in providing a warm welcome to our champion and CEO, Doug McMillon.
Good morning. Excited to be with you all and excited to see everybody around the world. I saw that Mexican auditorium pop up on the screen and I thought I'll be there tomorrow, and I'm actually headed there in the morning and headed over to China next week. So I'm looking forward to seeing all of you. Michelle, way to go. You told me this is going to be a big deal, and sure is shaping up to be that. You, Karen Ann, Mary Beth, Jane, the entire council, I know you guys have put a lot of effort into planning this thing. Way to go. I also want to thank some of our board members that are here. Aida, would you please stand? She'll be up in just a second. But Linda Wolf and Steve Reineman are also here. It's great to have you guys here with us this morning. If you think about what's happening around the world, it's really clear that there is a meaningful and real debate going on about fairness and about opportunity. And you can see it in current events. You can see it here in the U.S., issues related to law enforcement or the issues that happened in Indiana or Arkansas a few weeks ago. You can see it around the world in Brazil, South Africa, where youth unemployment's at a really high rate, in the U.K. as well, Andy. There's just a lot of stress and pressure related to these issues of fairness and of opportunity. And as it relates to fairness, everybody wants a shot. You know, they want a handshake, a fair opportunity to make the situation better for their families or for themselves. And as it relates to opportunity, people want to know that there's a chance for them, for their children, and for others to be better off than they were in their generation. So we're living in times where fairness and opportunity continue to be significant issues. And at Wal-mart, we happen to work in a company that reaches now to 27 countries, 2.2 million people that work for the company, but obviously even much larger numbers as it relates to customers and those that we come into contact with and communities that we operate in around the world. We've been given this situation where there's this huge platform, there's scale for the company that can be used in a positive way. And lately, over these last few months, we've started to have this mental image that's coming to life that looks like a ladder. And a ladder has rungs, and you can climb it. And I think one of the responsibilities that we have as a leadership team is to make sure that the ladder of opportunity that exists within Wal-mart in every country around the world and in every part of our business is real and solid. So things like starting wage come up. Where is the first rung on the ladder set? And how high should it be? And how do we get that first rung high enough that people can have the opportunity to get started in life, but not have it so high that very few people can actually reach it? But once that ladder's in place, how do you bring along a foundation underneath it that includes a strong healthcare offering and benefits, an opportunity to learn and develop yourself so that you can be promoted and start to climb up that ladder? Well, a couple of the ingredients that are necessary to create that situation are diversity and inclusion. We have to have an environment where everyone has a chance to get a hold of that ladder and start to climb it, to really create a meritocracy where people can fulfill their potential as individuals and collectively as teams. So you work for a company that has the opportunity to create that situation and to really make a difference around the world and to help be part of the solution that is coming from this active debate around fairness and opportunity. And that's why we're here today, and that's why we have events like this, because we want everyone to know, regardless of your gender or where you came from or what your disabilities might be, whether you're an American Indian or you come from another country where there are issues in your country, we want all of you to know that we need the very best talent from around the world to rise to the top and help lead this company into the future and make a difference in the world. That's been our objective from the beginning, and as time goes on, we just keep changing to try and maximize our potential. Sam Walton cared about this issue. You can go back and read in old Wal-mart World articles about how he felt about opportunities for women. Mike Duke cared about this issue. In fact, one of our female leaders a few weeks ago knew this event was coming up, and she came to me and said, I want to give you an email that Mike sent me years ago, and I don't really want to share it, but I wonder if you might want to share it with some people. And so I want to put up some words from Mike. This is from Mike to one of our female officers. You can read it yourself, but he's saying, you must be so proud of your son. You're great parents. This is a great time to celebrate. You were a great example and a pioneer years ago when you went to a flex time schedule to support your family. I still admire how you handled your life priorities. So this is a person who at one stage in her life needed to step into a flex situation to take care of some boys. That played through, and then she came back full time and went on to be promoted and take on greater levels of responsibility. So you can see from that private email that I did not ask Mike if I could share. So don't tell him. How he felt about it. And that's how I feel about it. We've got to work together to create a situation where you can be your whole self at work and fulfill your potential. And we don't like averages, and I'm hesitant to even kind of put it up. But sometimes we also are humble enough that we don't talk about the fact that we are leading, and we're pretty self-critical. Let's take just a moment here and celebrate that the work that's been done in the past has created a situation where we are obviously leading in some ways, and that's a good thing. And the fact that 55% of our U.S. hourly promotions last year went to women speaks to the fact that we're backing this up with action and not just words. Internally, we want to create a situation where we have the best thoughts coming together with a diverse and inclusive team, and clearly women are a very important part of that. We're also trying to use the size and scale of the company to make a difference outside of our own associate base. We're on track to train 1 million women. We're on track to source $20 billion from women-owned businesses in the U.S. and double our international efforts as it relates to sourcing from women. We want to use the size and scale of the company to do good beyond just our own associates and reach other stakeholders. And today, if you go to the next slide, we're focused on kind of 3 ideas. The first one is mentoring, and sometimes we talk about being a champion versus being a mentor. I would tell you they're both important. They're important to everyone, regardless of your gender. And I think one of the great sessions you're going to enjoy today relates to confidence. Sometimes men can have a tendency to step out on an issue where, as you read the book related to the confidence code today, you may find that women may want to step back a little bit or not step forward because they're not as confident, not fully prepared in their own minds. Well, let me tell you, men aren't always prepared either, and sometimes we just step out there. And I see it in a lot of places, but one of the places I see it is in store visits. And over the last few years, I've been traveling around international a lot and spending a lot of time in stores and clubs. And I see this situation that occurs where as we go through the store and we're talking about what's happening with items and we're in the back room and all that kind of stuff, there will be kind of a group that's confident enough to stand with me, make the tour happen, respond to questions. And then there are these other people that are kind of standing a little bit back. Those of you that walk stores know what I'm talking about. There's kind of that outer ring. And it happens almost every time. And it's happened even this last week, a week before when we were in Denver, where I'll see, and it's generally women, that's my point, kind of back in an apparel rack somewhere, 10 steps back. And I try to always stop and look at them and say, come here, make room, get in here. What do you do? What's your name? How long you been with the company? What do you think about this? Pull them in and ask them. And as it relates to this confidence issue, one of the things that's in the book is that confidence leads to action. And I think the challenge that I have for the women that are here today is to feel confident enough to step out there and take some action. Be bold. Know that the rest of us don't have this figured out either. I mean, I never thought I'd be in the job that I'm in. And there are moments where I think, I don't know what to do here. So I just fake it and get through it. And some of you guys have to do that too. Take action. And then the third topic is related to the integration of life and work. And I think that's a personal issue, and it's different for all of us. You know, some of us get energy from work. Some of us need to get away a little bit to recharge our batteries. Some combination that's probably true for all of us. Shelley and I are about to become empty nesters. Our youngest son is going to go to college in the fall, and I'm going to start crying if I talk about it very much. But it reminds me of this moment in time a few years ago where one of our officers, happened to be a guy, pulled me aside. He was about to retire from the company and was leaving. And one of the things he said to me was, Doug, my sons are grown and gone. And I missed it. I was working so hard that I didn't take advantage of the opportunity to be there when my sons needed me to be there. Don't make that mistake. And as our children are getting ready to go to school, I can confidently tell you, I don't think I did. I don't think I missed it. I was there. I was there for the events. I was there to listen. We have a great relationship, and I'm really proud of that. Well, if I can do it, you guys can do it. And I don't care whether you're male or female. You can figure out what your solution is, and we want you to. Figure out how to make it work. You've got the freedom to do that. And if you've got a knucklehead supervisor that doesn't get it, talk to me about it. Because we've got some of them that are in that situation. Jeff, is knucklehead an okay word? Maybe. So have the confidence, engage, take some action, support each other, and we'll keep making this a better business through diversity of thought and through an inclusive environment, and we'll let everybody in the world know what it's like to be part of Walmart.